What's going on YouTube? Today we're here to look at the iPhone 13 Pro Max. I've had this phone for about a week. We're going to take a look at some games, some camera pictures, and some video. This is going to be a pretty interesting topic to talk about. So I have the iPhone 13 Pro Max. It's the Sapphire Blue, I believe they call it. And this I am a heavy Android user. I use tons of Android phones, and it's been a while since I picked up an iPhone like this, and I gotta say I am really impressed. There's some things I really enjoy about this phone. One of them is the tremendous amount of battery life. This thing is a battery beast. I'm just gonna kind of flip through some of these things and kind of go over some of those different things that this phone has to offer. The battery on it, I was going to do a battery drain test, but man, I tell you what, the drain test would take a long time. So just know that even at work, I'm able to get 12 hours plus on this, plus not even charge it and almost make it through another 12 hours. So, that is really impressive. Now, another thing that really has me impressed on this, that is something Apple's done really well, and that's the cameras. Now, if I didn't have an expensive camera set up right now, I could use this phone and effectively run my channel off of this phone with no problem. I could put this camera system up against some of the highest end cameras that I've seen, and I bet with some good editing you couldn't tell the difference. It's that impressive. We'll take a look at some of the sample pictures and some of the good and some of the bad with it, but overall it's been a really good experience with that. So now I was just showing the App Store there. I just wanted to kind of show some of those things and kind of just going through some of there. Now this iOS 15 has got some significant upgrades. I'm not going to go through a lot of them. There's a lot of videos with them out, and I just thought I would just kind of flip through there. They've upgraded a lot of the privacy features, so you can go through and fine tune a lot of like your email things, the tracking, a lot of the different features on there. And like I said, there's a lot of videos on that, so I'm not gonna really get too deep into that. But I did want to talk about how this phone feels. This phone feels really good. It's a pretty heavy phone. I was actually really surprised. Now, I have, of course, the Galaxy Z Fold 3, and I think that clocks in at 280 grams, and I believe this phone's right around 240 grams. So I was really shocked on how heavy it is. Now, one thing about having a heavier phone is you're less likely to just have it slip right out of your hand. So I really was able to appreciate how well it actually felt in my hands. Now, I do have two other cases for this, and I'll be showing the cases on here. But I believe you could run this without a case. I mean, it feels that durable. I do love the body on it. I do feel like it's well built. I'm not sure that, you would really need a case. I'm gonna put a case on it, just because I want to protect it, and then maybe when I go out or something, I might run. If we go out to a nice dinner or something, I might take the case off or whatever. It'll be super nice again, but just general protection. I'm gonna run a case on there. Now, I really do like this blue color. As you can see, it just looks gorgeous. It's got like a matte finish on the back. It's just super nice. I mean, fingerprint free. So I really think they've done a good job with that. Now, another thing is this does have the lightning port, so that is not the greatest thing. I really hope they would have done like the iPad mini and upgraded to USB-C. That would have been ideal. Now, the cameras on here have got quite the bump to them. It's raised up once, and then the camera raised up, and then it raises up again. So there's like 3 levels of height on there, and as you can see, and I kind of really wasn't too happy about that until I started using the cameras, and I can see why. This camera system is amazing on this phone. I am truly shocked on how well it actually takes a picture and how easy it is to take the picture. So I think I'll save that for the camera section, but just know that it is really good. It's probably the best feature about this phone. Now, I did play some games on there. I just wanted to try it out and see how it felt. And, you know, I turn it sideways. There's no portrait mode. But, you know, that's Apple. I don't know if they'll ever update that or what. But I'm going to fire up some Genshin Impact and just let you all see what it looks like on here. No, I don't really actually play this game, you know, like every day or anything like that. But I do like to load it up and just kind of show people what it looks like. This is a pretty demanding game, and the iPhone handles it pretty well. Now, I do have to say, I do not enjoy playing games on this phone at all. It plays them well. I don't know if it's the camera bump when I'm moving around. You know, I tend to hit it a little bit. But it's definitely, if you own this phone, you just want to play a quick game like this or something, you know, it would be great. It's just, if you're an actual gamer, I'm not sure that this would be the device you'd want to game on. Now, it does look really good. It's really lag-free. There is no stuttering. It does look beautiful. I'm just kind of trying to show some of the animations, even just starting right out the box. There's like no animation breaks, there's no frame rate drops. Now, I'm not going to do like a heavy test or anything. I preloaded this before I shot the video, so it would start up really fast and there wouldn't be any types of lag. But as you can see, it does look really good. I think it would be a lot of fun if someone actually, if this was the only device that you had to game on, oh, you could easily do it. It would be just fine. Now, I do really like the colors on this. I think that this display is super good. I think that having this super, I think they call it XDR display. You know, it's a 27 by 78 by 1284, I believe it is, at 458 ppi, so it's extremely high resolution. It looks really good. I like the curved design on the edges. There's not really, it doesn't run off the screen like some of the other phones, so you know, I kind of know when to stop. And even under these heavier graphic situations right here, it is just performing well. Now, you can just see a tiny bit of stutter in between some of the moves, and that may be just the graphics loading for the first time. But, you know, unless you're really paying attention to it and you're looking for it, you know, you're not going to see it. Now, I just want to try a little bit, something a little more simpler. This is just the 8-ball pool game. And I just, you know, I find something that's kind of quick to play, kind of fun. Now, I have to shoot this ball inside that circle. They always do these types of little challenges on here. I am not very good at the challenges, but let's see what we got. Maybe. Oh, look at that. We have a winner here, folks. I think they try to bait you in, let you do the first one, and then they ask you, hey, try the next version for some money. So we're gonna pass on that. I know how these things work, but you know, still, you know, this is a really easy, fun game to play, and it does look really good on here. I'm gonna show a little mini game too, just that spin to win, so y'all can see this thing's spinning pretty good. There's no lag on it going around. It looks really nice. I think it looks perfect right here. And there we go. So, you know, I'm going to go ahead and just do like a little simple quick match by myself. And while I do that, I'm going to just talk to you about, you know, the whole Android and Apple thing. I don't really believe that there's one type of phone that's better over the other. I think that people enjoy whichever platform they're using for whatever reasons that they enjoy. So I enjoy like a lot of the customization on the Android. Obviously, I really enjoy my Z Fold 3. You know, I enjoy that for a different reason. I enjoy that for the screen. I enjoy it for, you know, being able to write on it now. There's a lot of different reasons I enjoy it. Now, playing with this Apple phone again, you know, I've forgotten some of the benefits of having the Apple. It's very simple to use. So, when I'm using this phone, I've not gone in and I've not tweaked it out. I will tweak it out after this video probably, and just see what kind of different things I can do with it. But out the gate, straight up, the phone has been great. I know I can go through and adjust some of the privacy settings and take care of all that good stuff in the tracking and a lot of the upgrades that you can do. I haven't messed with the Pro battery features and the 120 hertz, changing all the different aspects of that, but I just want to try to enjoy it as a new user, and I have to say I have really been enjoying it. Now, there's some things I don't like. I think each manufacturer does everything a little bit differently. We still have this notch, and you can see it's reacting to the camera there on the left on the thing there. I can't do too much about that, but I think, for Apple lovers, this is an awesome phone. For anyone else, this is an awesome phone, by the way. If you're a heavy social media user and you really need something that you can really, take pictures and video and post it of yourself, this is an awesome phone for that. I'm really surprised on how well they've adapted to that type of a market. So, with the iMovie and everything, you could literally run any one of the social media platforms. You could run that from this phone, and that says a lot. Now, you could also use an iPad in conjunction with this, or an iMac, or a MacBook or a Mac Air. You have a lot of options to supplement it, but at the core, you could just take this iPhone and do any of that. Now, some of these cameras that you go and buy for the higher end stuff, they cost several $1,000s. Some of them, to get into a decent camera setup, you're going to spend $2-3 grand, get some lenses, and then you have to get everything all set up. Now, I'm here to tell you, when I took some of these pictures, it would have took me a while to get my camera set up to do this and that and the different things that we're doing. So, that's a lot to say. Now, this is another just little city building game, and I just kind of popped into it just to kind of show you what it looks like on the graphics. I do have the graphics kind of turned down because they were washing out. As you can see, it's still kicking on and off, and I have the auto brightness off, but that may be due to my camera setup. But that's just a quick little game there. And now here's my YouTube page, and I just was going to kind of rotate it around and show you guys. It doesn't work. You can't rotate it. Oh man, that's really frustrating for me. I constantly try to rotate this phone, and I'm not able to rotate it unless it rotates itself, for like a video or something. So, that's something it's going to take some time to get used to. But I did, now here, see, now it rotated. So, and it does look really good. I mean, that is a beautiful picture. I'd be happy to watch any videos on this at all. Look at it. And with this battery life, you could work and do a lot of different things on this and get through the day and just not even think about charging. Now, I did charge this on my Samsung charger wirelessly, and it charged pretty good. It's not absolutely the fastest, but it got the job done. It did take a little longer than I thought it would. I know the charging on that's it's probably about 5 to 10 watts less than the other phones that I have, but it's not under the super fast charging, but it was definitely fast charging. I believe it was probably charging at 20 watts. The thing that's a little bit aggravating for me is it doesn't tell you the charge speed on there. It doesn't say slow, fast, medium, and there's no notifications on the front screen. And also, as you see here, there's no way to close out all your apps with one button. These are, I believe, if Apple put a USB-C charger, fixed the portrait mode, and went through and changed a lot of these little things, I believe it would be the best phone on the market, period. Right now, there's still a lot of options. I believe if they change their mindset, they could put companies out of business, literally. I don't think that's their goal. We got the Google 6 coming out. I'm looking at that Pixel. It looks great too. Now I'm just going to kind of just mess around with the cameras a little bit live on here so you guys can kind of see just a few things, and then later on in the video I've also taken a bunch of pictures and video, and I just want to kind of show you guys what this looks like just to kind of mess with it, you know. So I got this Happy Halloween jar here, and I just kind of want to zoom in and kind of show you all some of this stuff. Now this has a macro lens on there, and look at, you can see my fingerprint on there. That's kind of crazy. Now when I'm moving in and out, there's no change in the focus. I mean, it is just locked onto it. And even when I get really close up to it, look, you can see the grain in the paper. I mean, that is just simply amazing. Now they got all the different camera setups on here. You know, they call this the Pro 12 megapixel camera system. It's got the telephoto, wide, and ultra wide. It's got a f2.8 aperture for the telephoto. The wide's got a 1.5 aperture, and then ultra wide runs at the 1.8 aperture at 120 field of view. So that's pretty good. I would say though the weak part of the camera would be the zoom. It's got a 3 optical zoom, a 2 optical zoom out, and a 6 optical zoom range with a digital zoom up to 15 times. But I don't think that this is the type of camera that you want to use for zooming far in. This is a camera you use to take pictures of your friends and your family, maybe your kids, your pets. Maybe if you're at a fair, you want to take pictures. You know, maybe if you're out at the club, you want to do social media pictures. This is the camera you want for that. Now, if you want something that's going to zoom, you know, 200 times away, you know, you get that type of camera. But if you want a camera that you could just literally pick it up, point it, and shoot, you know, it works great. Now, there is some issues I have with it, and, you know, these are just nitpicking issues. I really do love this phone. But when I'm recording video and I stop, you know, and I want to pause it, it literally stops the video. So I'm going to show you guys some pictures here. Now this is a picture just taken this afternoon outside, and look how gorgeous that looks. You can literally, and this was my lunch. This was nachos, no red sauce, with cheese on it, steak nachos. I mean, it's just delicious. And then my wife, she had got the Diablo burrito, and that thing looks just amazing. I mean, the picture on it looks so good. Now here's another photo of outside. You can see how, and I did not edit this in post. This is the actual picture right off the phone. You can see how blue the sky looks, how light it looks on the bottom, how colorful the trees are. And I want to show the sun, so I took a picture of the sun. You can see the lens flares on there. I took one off to the side to see how the lens flare would shoot out. And it's pretty interesting to see that. Now here's my little baby boy. Look at the colors on the grass and on him. Just amazing pictures. Now I just literally squatted down and was taking these pictures, and look at this, the bokeh effect in the back. Now I even left the bad ones in here. You can see this is a little out of focus. Now look at that. Now this is, I did not adjust any camera settings or anything like that. I just point in and shoot. Now this one's out of focus, and I want to show that, but it looks like it locked in the grass maybe right before that. And here's another one. Now this is one of my favorite ones. Look at that bokeh effect in the back. It just blurs everything out, and this is within a foot or so. And I'm going to show another example of that here coming up. I just love these pictures. You can see it's blurred in the back, sharp in the front. Just looks truly amazing. Now if you look just a few inches behind the head, it is blurred out. It is amazing. Now this is off a cell phone camera, so you know, when I think back to the amount of work I do to try to get this effect on my other cameras, this I'm just pointing and shooting. And look at this. This is a nice video here. You can see the videos looks like it's washed out on the phone, but it's not. It's my camera. And then this is just the playback. It just looks so good. I am highly impressed. Apple has brought its game this year with its camera systems. It definitely is something to be looked at. Highly, highly impressed. I'm going to do another little quick snapshot of the video here. And here they go. Now this one here, I'm gonna snap in and out on the zooms during the video, and you'll be able to see more what's going on. So I'm gonna pop in and out, but this is just amazing video. Looks super good. Now you can see when I snap in and out, you can see some adjustments in the video right there. Probably not meant to snap like that, but I'm gonna go ahead and go from like 1x to 6x, and switch back and forth and see how the camera deals with it. But it deals with it quickly and fast. Now that's something you probably could edit out, but I mean, without doing any editing, and you can see it on the phone right there. I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, I could do a lot with this camera. I think people that are on social media could do a lot. I think Apple has really raised the bar on their camera. Now you can also do ProRes, where you can get raw footage, get the raw data from the camera and edit it in a program. That's something for someone like me that's interesting, that does that. That is very valuable. That's something that you get on the higher end cameras. So now having the ability to get this off the phone, that's something. Now USB-C cable would have been nicer to get them higher transmit rates and make it easier to connect to different devices, but that's just we just have the lightning cable this year, guys, and we just have to deal with it. But I think overall this is just outstanding. I mean, this is just a gorgeous little video here. The bokeh in the background is nice and blurred. Everything up front's nice and clear, right down to the grass. And now here comes my other boy. This is my old boy bandit here. He's pretty old, and he just loves it. She wants to be on camera all the time. But look at, I mean, now a lot of times with these cameras on these phones, you got issues zooming in and out and focusing. This is wherever I'm aiming at, it's focusing. Catching the hair on the back there, and yet the dogs over on the side are staying in focus. It's just really amazing. I have to give Apple mad props. This may be the one reason why I continue to use this phone, just because how well the cameras do work. Now, I just wanted to do an impressions on this. My first thoughts, I think it's a great phone. There's quite a few things I can nitpick about it. Now, like you see this, I wanted to show this. They got the address bar on the bottom. You can simply go in and adjust that, put it to the top. I'm not sure if I like it at the bottom, but with that camera notch on the top plus the address bar up there, I think it's better on the bottom. So I wish this phone also had a fingerprint scanner. In the day and age of the COVID, it would be better. But they also have an option for a second alternative Face ID scanner. You can put your mask on and scan it with the mask, so it'll recognize you a little bit better. So they've been improving drastically. But this has been my impressions of this phone. I think it's great, and I think Apple's done a great job. Well, I will see y'all next time.